A very good morning to you all. Hope you all are doing good. In the previous class, in the previous session, we have done the equivalent fractions. And now, today we will be doing the exercise based on that topic only. That is exercise 5.4. So, we will be doing exercise 5.4. See the first question. Write the fraction for the shaded part. Are all these fractions equivalent? Now see in the first one. See how many, there are 3 circles given. The first question number 1. The first one. In the first circle there are 3 parts and only 1 is shaded. So that fraction will be 1 upon 3. In the second circle, the number of parts are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out of which 2 are shaded. So that means in the second one it will be 2 upon 6. And in the third part, in the third circle, 8 parts are there and out of which 2 are shaded. Now see, are they equivalent? No, because it is here 2 and it is 2 here. Okay, if we would have multiplied this by 2, this is right, then it should have been multiplied by 3. Okay, so this is not equivalent, so you will write down no is your answer, that is they are not equivalent. See the second one of it, and the first question only, the second one of it. In the rectangles are given in which some circles have been drawn and some are shaded. And see in the first one, the second one, in the first one, how many circles or you can say balls are there in that rectangle? It is 4, 3 are 12. 12 balls are there, out of which 8 are shaded. Second one, 6 balls are there, out of which 4 are shaded. We normally write the shaded part above the bar. And in the next one, it is 3 and out of which 2 are shaded. Are they equivalent? Yes. Why? How did you get it? 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, or then 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12. They are equivalent. Or in the other words, if you divide by 2, 2 4s are 8, 2 6 are 12. You have divided by the same number. Similarly, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6. This way you can find out. This is not equivalent. The first one is not equivalent, while the second one is equivalent. Okay. Then match the boxes whose shaded part represents the equivalent fractions. See again in the first one, this is question number 2. In the first one, it is 6 part, out of which 4 are shaded, and just you have to match this. Now you have to find out the equivalent fractions. In the second one, it is 9 parts, out of which 3 are shaded. And in the third one, 4 parts are there and 3 are shaded. Okay. And in C, the next one, in A1, if you have to match it, in that 12 parts are there and 8 are shaded. Then in this, 3 parts are there, 9 are shaded. 9 parts are there, 3 are shaded. And in this, 12 are shaded out of 16. Now you have to match them. According to figures, you first take out the fractions and you can find out. Now see here, 4, if you multiply both of them by 2, 4 2s are 8 and 6 2s are 12. That means they match together, they are equivalent. Otherwise it can't match with any other. Even if it is this 4 3s are 12, we can find out, but 6 3s are, it should be 18 over here. That means it can't match. Then move on to the second one. 3 match, this is already being solved, that means we have to solve from here. 3 upon 9, it is equivalent, so it will match, like it can be easily seen. Then the last one, so 1 matches matches with A, second one matches with B, and the third one matches with C. Hope this is clear. Then question number 3. Put the sign in the boxes if the fractions are equivalent and not if they are, and not equivalent if they are not. So number 3. See here, in this 8 sums are there. I'll be doing any 4. The remaining 4 you will be doing in your copies. Okay. So first one, if I do, it is 3 upon 4. Then there is a box in which you have to put the sign, and 6 upon 8. I'll write down together. Then this is the second one, 2 upon 3 and 4 upon 9. Then I'll take fifth one, 2 upon 7 and 8 upon 28. Then I'll take sixth one. Okay, I'll do it afterwards. Now see here, question is you have to find the equivalent or not. Children, I have told you in the previous class, to find out whether the fractions are equivalent or not, you have to cross multiply them. If the cross products are same, they are equivalent. If the cross products are not same, they are not equivalent. So, how you will do it? You will multiply this like this. Don't show it in the like this. I am just explaining it. 3 multiplied by 8 and 4 multiplied by 6. 3 8s are 24. 6 4s are 24. Cross products are same. That means they are equivalent. Children, you don't have to do like this. You will do this. I just wanted, this is just to explain you. Don't make it like this. Okay. So we have put the sign of equivalent. Now see here, 3 multiplied by 4, cross multiply, it is 12, and 2 multiplied by 9, it is 18. The cross products are not same. That means they are not equivalent. This sign represents not equivalent. Then again, cross multiply, 7 into 8, it is 56, and 2 multiplied by 28, it is 56. Cross products are same, that means they are equal. Okay, then one more I'll show. It is, see here, I'll take sixth one, 3 upon 6 and 9 upon 12. So how we will do? We will cross multiply them. 3 multiplied by 12, it is 36. 6 multiplied by 9, it is 54. See children, cross products are not same. That means they are not equivalent, like this. Clear? The remaining sums, I have done 4 sums over here. 4 are remaining, that you will do in your copies. Then question number 4. Form 3 equivalent fractions of. Question 4. Form 3 equivalent fractions. In this, I'll be doing first in the 4th sum. First sum, it is 2 upon 5. See children, the fraction has been given and you have to find 3 equivalent fractions of this. And I have told you that when we make equivalent fractions, we multiply the numerator and the denominator with the same number. Could you get it? When we have to get the equivalent fraction, we will multiply the numerator and the denominator with the same number. And how we will make it? I'll show it over here. See, you have to make 3. So it is 2 upon 5. So first we will multiply it by 2. And your answer is 2 2s are 4 and 5 2s are 10. This is the first equivalent fraction. Then you take the next one. Same, you have to make for the same one. This was your first, this is your second. Now you multiply it by 3. Here we have multiplied by 2. Here we will multiply by 3. Next 4, 5, 6, as many as we want to make. First, and the numerator and the denominator has to be multiplied with the same number. So it will be 2 3s are 6 and 5 3s are 15. Then 3 we have to make. They have asked for the 3 one. So it is 2 upon 5 multiplied by 2 3. Now we will multiply by 4. 2 4s are 8 and 5 4s are 20. So what are the this equivalent fractions of 2 upon 5? The 3 equivalent fractions of 2 upon 5 are 4 upon 10, 6 upon 15, 8 upon 20. Hope this is clear. Okay, I'll do one more sum. I'll take the sixth one. Sorry, it is sixth one only. I'll take sixth one. You have to find the 3 equivalent fractions of 6 upon 7. Same way, 6 upon 7. Start with multiplying by 2. It is 6 2s are 12 and 7 2s are 14. This was your first one. Second, 6 upon 7. 3. 6 3s are 18 and 7 3s are 21. And the last one, third one, for the same fraction. Now 2, 3, now we will multiply by 4. 6 4s are 24 and 7 4s are 28. Okay. So what are the equivalent fractions of 6 upon 7? They are 12 upon 14. They have asked only for 3. So we will take out only 3. Clear? Have a look. Okay. Now we move on to the question number 5. Number 5. Replace the one square is given by the correct number. I will be doing first and the third one. The remaining you will be doing in your copies. The first one, it is 2 upon 5. Then this is the square in which you have to fill the answer, and this is 20. Okay. Now see here, children. I told you in equivalent fraction we multiply the numerator and the denominator with the same number. Now in this 20 denominator in the answer is given and you have to find the numerator. So what you will do, you will search that in table of 5 where does this 20 comes. Because this number is smaller than this. This is bigger. That means you have multiplied this by something by which you have got the answer 20. Could you get it? So 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15, 5 4s are 20. You got the answer. Now you know in equivalent fraction when we multiply the denominator with 4, we have to multiply the numerator with the same. If we are multiplying numerator with some, then we have to multiply and use the same number for the denominator also. So we will write here. So it is 2 4s are 8 is your answer. I hope this is clear. I'll give another example. The second one I'll take 6 upon 7. and it is blank over here, and it is yes, okay, reverse it given, it is 36. 36 is given over, you have to find out this blank. Same way, this number is bigger than this, that means you have multiplied something over here that by which you have got this answer. So I'll write down again 6 upon 7 because this was your main question, upon 36. Now 6, if we multiply it by 6 we get answer 36. Once we have multiplied numerator with 6, that means we have to multiply denominator also with 6. And 7 6 are 42 is your answer. Okay, this is all you have to do. Then the next one, that is the third one I'll be doing. Same question, third one. It is 40 upon 75. And it is 8 is the numerator and you have to find this denominator. Now children, look very carefully here. I am copying down it again. 8 upon the blank. Now children, the left side is bigger than the right side. The answer part is smaller. That means you have divided this. Because when you divide, then only you can get the smaller answer. Be sure for that. This side is bigger than this. 40 is bigger than 8. That means you have divided this 40 by something by which you have got the answer 8. And that same number will be used for the denominator also. Okay. So we know that 5 8s is 40. That means we have divided this by 5. I'll put down the sign out there. Okay. And that means you have to divide this also by 5 only. Could you get it why we are dividing? Because this is bigger than this. This is bigger than the answer. So in order to get this, that means we have divided this number by something by which we have got the smaller one. So here becomes 5 8s are 40. Similarly, it will be 5 1s are 5, 5 5s are 25. This is your answer. You can divide it in the rough and find out. If we divide 75 by 15 by 5, the answer is 15. So have a look over here. Hope this much is clear to everyone. Then question number 6. Question number 6. Find the equivalent fractions of 5 upon 7 having the different questions are given. So question number 6. The first one, in this you have to find out the equivalent. It is all same, just same like question number 5. Almost same like that. Find the equivalent fraction of 5 upon 7 having denominator 35. In this children, you have to frame the question first, and how you will do it? 5 upon 7, and you have to make it equivalent fraction with denominator 35. That means denominator is given, so numerator is blank and this is given. Denominator is 35. Now this side is bigger than this, that means you have multiplied something over here by which you have got this 35. 7 5s are 35, that means this has to be multiplied by 5 only. So 5 5s are 25 is your answer. Just as we have done in question number 5, same way it is done over here. Then I will be doing third one. Question remains the same. Find the equivalent fraction of 5 upon 7 with numerator. This time the numerator is given. So frame the question first of all. 5 upon 7 is equals to numerator is given 50 and you have to find out the denominator. Again see children, this side is smaller than this. That means you have multiplied by something by which you have got this answer. So 5 tens are 50. That means you have to multiply this by 10. So your answer is 70. Okay. Same way, do the second one. It is 5 upon 7 equivalent fraction with numerator 45. Numerator is given 45 and you have to find out the denominator. 5 nines are 45, so 7 nines are 63 is your answer. Clear? Just go through it. Then we move on to question number 7. Convert the fractions into equivalent fractions having numerator 15. Same way, these sums are almost same. This is question number 7. I'll be doing the first one and the second. Only 2 are given. 3 are given, sorry. Okay, 3 upon 11. 3 upon 11. In this, they have said the numerator is fixed. In all the 3 sums, convert the fraction into equivalent fractions having numerator 15. In all the 3 sums, earlier the denominator or the numerator was fixed. They have given. In this, it is fixed. Now you have to form the equivalent fraction. And what they will fill, 3 upon 11. You have to find the equivalent fraction and numerator is fixed, 15. You have to find out the denominator. Again, this side is bigger. So what you have multiplied over here to get 15? It is 5. So here also it will be 5. So your answer is 55. See the next one. It is 45 upon 48. And you have to find the equivalent fraction with numerator 15 and denominator you have to find out. See here. Again, this side is bigger, children. Look there. This side is bigger than this. This 45 is bigger than 15. That means you have to divide here. When the left side is bigger than the right side or the answer side is smaller than the question one, you have to divide. Now with what you have to divide that you can get answer 15. That means you have divided it with 3. You can do it in the rough. You can solve it in the rough. You have divided this 45 by 3, the answer you got 15. That means you have to divide this also with 3. Isn't it or not? So, it will be 16. 3 ones are 3 and 3 6 are 18. So, answer is 16 over here. I hope it is clear. The third one you can easily do. Then, question number 8. Check whether the fractions are equivalent or not. Same here, when you have to find out whether the fractions are equivalent or not, you have to cross multiply. The denominator of second one will be multiplied by the numerator of the first, and the denominator of the first will be multiplied by numerator of the second one. Cross multiply. If the cross products are same, they are equivalent. If the cross products are not same, they are not equivalent. So, question number 8, I will be doing this. Question number 1, it is 4 upon 5 and 24 upon 30. How you have to do it? Cross multiply 4 and 5. 4 multiplied by 30 and 5 multiplied by 24. So it is 4 zeros are 0, 4 threes are 12. It is 5 fours are 20, 2 carry, 5 twos are 10 and 1 12. See children, here cross products are same. Cross products are same. That means they are equivalent. So how you will write? 4 upon 5 is equivalent to 24 upon 30 because the cross product is same. answers after multiplying we have got the same answer. That means they are equivalent. Another example. This is the third one I should take. Okay. It is third one I'll be taking for question number 8. 12 upon 35 and 3 upon 5. Okay. So we'll cross multiply 12 into 5 and 35 into 3. 12 5s are 60, 3 5s are 15, 3 3s are 9 and 1 10. Are the answers same of the cross multiplication? No. That means 12 upon 35 is not equivalent to 3 upon 5 because the cross products are not same. So not same. You can also products and make it and. The cross products are clear? I think you are very well versed with it now. Question number 9. Reduce the fractions to the lowest term. Lowest term or the simplest form, it is one and the same thing. Question number 9. Reduce the fractions to the lowest term. In this I will be doing question number 1, part 1, 6 upon 8. Now children, as I have taught you in the previous class, to reduce the fraction into lowest term, you have to find out such number or the factor which can divide both the numerator and denominator together till you get a fraction which cannot be divided by the single number or the factor. Except 1. Why? Because every number comes in table of 1. So if you divide by 1, you will get the same answer. So except 1, you have to divide it till there is a fraction which cannot be divided, the numerator and denominator cannot be divided by a single number. Or in other words, you can take out the HCF of both the numbers and you can divide it and find out the reduced form. But since it is a long process, we will use the simple one. Now, so how we will do it? 6 upon 8. You know children that these are, both of them are your even numbers. So that means they can be divided by 2. So divided by 2, what you will get? 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8. Now see here, this number cannot, this fraction, not the number, this fraction cannot be divided by any single factor, any single number. And other thing is that this 3 is a prime number. If any, either the numerator or the denominator is a prime number, that is the reduced term of your question. So the reduced form of 6 upon 8 is 3 upon 4. Now it cannot be divided. Now it cannot be reduced. Okay, I'll give another example. Okay, I'll take the third one. It is 27 upon 54. Now 27 upon 54 is, this is the even number but this is odd. And if you find out, if you add them, 7 and 2 is 9 and 5 and 4 is also 9. And you know the divisibility, that if you add the digits and if the answer or the added digit comes in table of 3, it can be divided by 3. That is the divisibility of 3. You add the digit You get the answer. If that answer comes in the table of 3, it can easily be divided by 3. So let's try with 3. 27 upon 54. Because it is odd, we cannot divide by 2. So we have taken 3 now. 3 upon 3. So it is 3 9s are 27 and it will be 3 1s are 3 8s are 3 18s are 54. Now again, this is odd, this is even, this is odd, and it is not a reduced term. Both of them are composite numbers. That means it can be further divided, and you know both the number comes in table of 3. So it is 3 upon 3. 3 3s are 9 and 3 6s are 18. Still it can be divided by 3. So it will be, here also I'll just tell you, divided by 3 upon 3. So it will be 1 upon 3, 1 upon 2 is your answer. This is the reduced term. Even children, you can reduce it over here also. 9 upon 18 was there. We could have divided up by 9. 9 1s are 9 and 9 2s are 18. Both the things are right. Either you this side when you have bit one step more, and here if you would have divided by 9, you would have got the same answer, the same reduced form. Okay, hope this much is clear to everyone. Have a look. Question number 10. Ira read 25 pages of a 100-page book. Ritu read 40 pages of 160-page book, and Divya read 30 pages of a 120-page book. The question is, what fraction of books did each read? Have they read the same fraction of their books? Let's see. So it is question number 10. Question number 10. They have said that Ira read 25 pages of a 100-page book. What is the total number of pages? 100. So we'll write 100 below the bar. And how much she has read? She has read 25. Okay. Then Ritu read 40 pages of 160 pages. The number of pages of the book was 160. And she has read 40 out of it. Then that is the fraction total out of what we have read, what we are using. Total number of pages, she has read 40. Total number of pages, she has read 25. And Divya, she has read 30 pages of 120 pages. Total pages of the book was 120 and she has read 30. So this is the first part of the question. What fraction of book did she read? Ira read 25th upon 100. Ritu read 40 upon 60 and Divya read 30 upon 120. Now children, it looks very odd when we tell like this. 25 upon 100, 40 upon 160. So what we do, we reduced it to its lowest term and find out the other part of the question. Have they read the same fraction of their books? Now like this you cannot find out whether they have read the same fraction of the book or not. So we will reduce it to its lowest term. How we will reduce? See, it is 25, this is 100. That means you can easily divide it by 25 upon 25. So it is 1 upon 4. Now see, both are even numbers, and you know that 0 will cut over here. 40, this 160 comes in table of 40. So if we see, it is 40 divided by 40. 40 ones are 40 and 40 fours are 160. Similarly, we can easily see 3 and 4 can easily be divided. So we will divide it by 30. So it is 30 ones are 30 and 3 fours are 12. It is 4. Now you can easily make out that they have read the same fraction of pages. So they have read, they have asked, have they read the same fraction of their books? Yes. And what first part, what fraction of book did each read? Each of them read. This is the first part. Each of them read 1/4 of the book. And the second part, have they read the same fraction of their books? Yes, they have read same fraction of books. So have a look over here. So children, with this we have finished exercise. It was 5.4. We have finished. Children, please practice the sums in your copies. The sums which I have done on the board and the sums which we have not done. I have shown the method how you have to do. Please do it in your copies. So stay safe, take care and enjoy the day.